And here we are, back at the scene of the crime. Back in my little camp that I've made here in Preston. And as always, when I move, I see a resource, possum mentality. I pick it up if I see it, if I know I'm going to use it. And today, I found some western cedar bark. Let's process it down, shall we? DJ, give us a fat beat. And welcome everybody, Grayzy, Chief Instructor from Northern Limits Bushcraft and Survival, and I hope you're all well today, because I'm tip top. If you're new to the channel, welcome and thank you very much for watching the video. Subscribe, like and share to everybody on everything, it's greatly appreciated. And everybody who's come back, welcome back. Like I mentioned, follow the possum mentality and found some western cedar bark. So let's start processing it down then, shall we? So the western cedar bark is an absolute outstanding natural resource, because inside of it, it's got all these delightful thin strands that go all the way down to the outer bark. Now, if you're patient enough and you know you're going to use it and you want to keep your own resources, they're fantastic, because you can make this into a bird's nest. So just like that, all you need to do is just pull it off and then just separate them. And what I particularly like about the western cedar bark, it's quite therapeutic to strip it all down and process it. And once you've processed it down as much as you can, like I say, all you're doing is all these fibrous parts here, you just strip them off. But once you've got down to the outer bark, you don't throw it away, because you can then put that on your fire to then continue to feed it. It does take a while, depends on how you process it, but I'm in no rush, so I'm just going to take my time, listen to the sounds while I do this. And after that's all processed down, next thing to do is to make that bird's nest. So we'll get all the material and then we're going to break it up so it becomes more fibrous. We'll get more and more surface area as we can. And then put it into a bird's nest. Time for some flint and steel action. Now I've got a damp bird's nest. This is more of a challenge to see if I can get this bird's nest going to establish the fire or not. If not, what I'll do is I'll refer back to the hard case line that we'll have here at Northern Limits Bushcraft and Survival, and then I'll take an alternative method. Okay, this is what this is just to do, is just to prove that the fact that if you can't get fire going with one method, you've always got a backup. Maybe it's two backups. Okay, James keeps going on about it, I keep going on about it. Always have one method of fire, because if you fail in one, you're going to succeed in the other. Right then, so let's give this a go, shall we? Transfer this over. as you can see, that didn't work. It was too damp, so therefore I'm going to have to then revert to something else where I know I'm going to be able to get that ember, and I know I'm going to be able to get that coal bed to make food, make a brew, or just to stay warm. So, Northern Limits infernodisc can either be used with a lighter or a ferro rod. So after using the infernodisc, I managed to get a decent amount of embers in there, battened some more twigs down, and then built them all up to be able to boil the water. As you can see, it's quite smoky, so what that means is the smoke is just the moisture escaping from the material that's in there. So the more damp it is, the more smoke you're going to get. That's why if you have a really dry fire, there's not much smoke there. So as I was designing the hard case line and the things I was going to put in it, what I wanted to do was make sure that everything could work with each other, just in case that you end up in this scenario where one material can't get things going. So the things I put in there were deliberate, so you could actually work things together to ensure that you can actually get a sustainable flame. So for example, if you don't have a lighter and the only thing you've got is your ferrocerium rod, why can't you use things together? So we've got Maya dust here, and this will last about a minute or so. Then use that to get the infernodisc going, for example, because we've mentioned many times before, it's got a 5 to 6 minute burn time, and the fact that the Maya dust just smells delightful. So just a special thank you to absolutely everyone who's been supporting Northern Limits Bushcraft and Survival over the pushing on nearly a year. We can't do this without you, so thanks very much, greatly appreciate it. And so much so, I've even had a postcard from Jack the Outlaw Camper over in the States. He's from the state of New York, however he's been on holiday and he's been to Massachusetts, and he sent us this. Greatly appreciate it, thanks very much mate, really appreciate it. Your care package is on its way to you. As always, thank you very much for watching. If anyone's interested in anything we do here at Northern Limits Bushcraft and Survival, anything that we'll make or sell, or even if you've got any gear questions, email us, even get in touch with us on our Instagram page, Facebook, or even our website as well. Links are in the comments below. Stick down what you think of this video. If you've got any thoughts or any comments or any challenges for us, comment, and then we'll get back to you as soon as we can. As ever, we'll greatly appreciate everything you do. I'm Grayzy, Chief Instructor, and I'll see you next time.